Hello, I'm Jeff Tennant, and trading has closed on September 24th, 2015. My last call said I was impressed by the market's ability to refrain from undercutting this low, and that unless the pattern were invalidated by immediately taking out Wednesday's lows, I thought we should see higher prices. Well, we get under Wednesday's lows, so we didn't see higher prices. We'll come back to this later on. During the day, MEJT said ultimately lower prices would print, which they did. It ultimately said higher. It also said ultimately higher prices would print, which they did. If you look at this, the market's gapped down, had a brief rally, continues to hit new lows. MEJT says we're going to recover and come here, which we did. When we dropped here again, it said that drop was also false and higher prices would print. This is the color-coded price target. It now says this rally is not for keeps, and we're going to see 1919.13 most likely by tomorrow. Well, let's look at this pattern again. Here was the stilt down. This low is important because if we're going down for keeps, we should make lower lows on a closing basis. We held above it here, gapped down, hit more new lows, and we still could not close under that low. So the market's trying to make a bottom. When we gapped down here, prices give us bar 13 with no fudging of a sequential buy signal. Sequential buy signals have a stop loss based on the end of the day, and they denote the price area of rather than the exact price of a low, and that worked out great because we've had a recovery. This was the 9-13-9 sequential sell signal which set up this big drop. The signal originated from the TDST line right over here. We've now broken through it, and there is support at 1 bar under the line. So in addition to the sequential buy signal on the 15-minute chart, in addition to the inability of the market to close under recent lows, we have support from the TDST line on the 65-minute chart. This is a 1x4 Gann fan line. We came awfully close to hitting it today. This consolidation has a Fibonacci relationship to the all-time high. So all in all, we have a lot of reasons to expect to have support at today's low. Now what can happen tomorrow? Well, the worst thing that can happen if you're positive on the market is that we have a gap under this low. A gap would invalidate this good recovery, and it's pretty hard to see how we could recover from a gap under this low or a prompt trade under it. If that doesn't happen, we have a pattern which gaps down, hits lower lows, and then recovers over all the early consolidation. Rallying most of the day is a positive sign, and unless invalidated early, usually leads to higher prices. So based on that, I'm looking for higher prices tomorrow. I'm then looking for a retracement to at least 19-19-13. And for now at least, I'm looking for this low to hold. In fact, it might hold longer than I thought possible just a few days ago. I thought we were going to tank, and now I'm not so positive. I think we will at some point. It just doesn't have to be right now. So once again, higher early down to 19-19-13. This low should hold, and then We'll have to assess next week after that. And that's today's call.